The final countdown has begun. This video is posting at 5:30 a.m. across all my social media platforms on Friday, January 31st. By 5 p.m. today, we will know if Jackson Mayor Chokwe Lumumba submitted his campaign finance reports and fully legally qualified to run for mayor of Jackson for a third consecutive term. But Chokwe could find himself in more legal troubles by deciding to run for mayor. He can also find himself in legal troubles if he doesn't run for mayor. He's in quite the situation here, and it couldn't happen to a better guy. We're going to tell you about that and more real quick. Let's plug the people that make this video possible. Men's Health of Mississippi. Guys, get out today and get your complimentary testosterone inspection. That is not the word I'm looking for. Screening. Get your complimentary testosterone screening. All you got to do is text Clay to 601-327-8550. Don't be acting like old low T Lumumba over there. Get your testosterone back high. That guy wears skinny jeans and yellow banana suits. That is low T behavior if I've ever seen it. If you have lots of testosterone running through your veins, the thing won't fit in them skinny jeans. You heard me? Anyway, if you're suffering from fatigue, decreased muscle tone, lack of energy, low libido, brain fog, sleep disturbances, you voted for Kamala Harris. I'm kidding. Not really. Stats do show that high testosterone levels do make you vote conservative. Believe it or not, you can Google that. It's true. Anyway, if you're suffering from any of those, lack of the morning wood, low sex drive, any of that stuff, text Clay to 601-327-8550. And Men's Health of Mississippi in Madison is going to get you scheduled for a free testosterone screening and get your life back on track to living a very rewarded life. Ask me for more details if you want them, or just text my name, Clay, to 601-327-8550. Let's get back to it, shall we? Russell Latino at Magnolia Tribune put together a great piece here, really peeling the onion back, explaining all the details as to why Chokwe could find himself in more legal trouble if he decides to turn in his campaign finance reports from the last 3 years, pretty much 4 years, and get qualified to run for mayor. Now, my co-host on Wednesday and Friday, Sean Yorkron, actually broached this idea first last week, but Russ here took it to the next level by pulling up the laws and everything involved in here. And both of them, great job to Sean for floating this out there, and great job to Russ for getting it across the finish line with a detailed story. All right, here we go. This is from MagnoliaTribune.com, Russ Latino. Jackson Mayor Lumumba says he will seek re-election this year. He has till Friday at 5 p.m. to file the paperwork. That paperwork, though, could create additional evidence for the U.S. Attorney's Office in its pending case against the embattled mayor. Lumumba, free the land, free the people. Lumumba could also find himself in hot water with the state prosecutors and regulators. This is where it gets good. Last November, Lumumba was indicted by the Biden Department of Justice on 5 federal counts related to an unalleged bribery scheme. Prosecutors say the Jackson mayor took $50,000 in checks in exchange for moving the deadline for a proposal to build a hotel near the Jackson Convention Center. The indictment alleges Lumumba deposited those checks in a bank account designated for his campaign and then wrote checks to himself out of the account. If convicted, Lumumba faces up to 70 decades, 70 years in prison. That's the rest of his life, and up to $1.5 million in fines. The same campaign bank account will be under a magnifying glass should Lumumba pull the trigger for re-election. Here's why. Mississippi law requires a candidate or office holder to file annual campaign finance reports. Mayor Lumumba admits he last filed a report in 2021, meaning he is likely in current violation of the law. In 2023, the legislature amended campaign finance law to provide new, stronger penalties for non-compliance under Mississippi Code ANN 23-15-811, a candidate who willfully violates the reporting requirement is guilty of a misdemeanor and can face up to 6 months in jail and a $3,000 fine. The Mississippi Ethics Commission may also file what is called a mandamus to force the candidate to file the report. Presumably, the Ethics Commission is aware of this power, and presumably they're aware that this dude ain't filed his reports in over 3 years. I added that. Additionally, the law prevents a candidate from being certified for election, quote, until he or she files all reports required by this article, unquote. It also prevents an office holder who fails to comply with the reporting requirement from being paid. That means that Lumumba is being illegally paid right now by the city of Jackson based on this law. This is Clay Edwards saying this, not Russ Latino. I would love to see something done about that. And we may very well be about to see something done about that. And that puts him in the quandary that he is in. Under the language of the law, there is a strong argument that the city of Jackson should not be paying Lumumba a salary, that he is already subject to criminal prosecution by either the Hinds County DA or the Attorney General. You may remember that he's in trouble with the Hinds County DA. He is a part of this whole corruption charges and this whole ordeal. That's Jody Owens. George Soros funded Jody Owens. Anyway, let me start back over there. It says he may already be subject to criminal prosecution by either the Hinds County DA or Attorney General, and that unless he files the campaign finance reports for 2022 through 2024 by the qualifying deadline, that's today at 5 p.m., he cannot be placed on the ballot for re-election. Of course, it is unlikely that Lumumba's alleged co-conspirator in the Jackson bribery scandal, Hinds County DA Jody Owens, will indict Lumumba for a campaign finance violation. Oh, it would be rich if he did, wouldn't it? Attorney General Lynn Fitch, however, could. Will she, though? But the more likely scenario is that if Lumumba files for re-election but fails to file the owed campaign finance reports, one of his opponents could seek to have him barred from the ballot. This is a suit that would likely end up before a special master appointed by the Mississippi Supreme Court. Lots of OGs have qualified for this race, including my very own co-host, not co-host, but fellow host at WYAB, Kim Wade, Radio Strongman, 4 to 6 p.m. daily. And old dog, David L. Archie, has just qualified today too. You think one of them ain't going to file that damn lawsuit? You got a state senator, John Horn, as well. Plenty will be lined up to knock Lumumba right on off the ballot if he tries to get on there illegally. So picking back up, it says, so he just files the back campaign finance reports and moves forward, right? Herein lies the dilemma for Lumumba. Because those reports would almost certainly become evidence in the bribery case against him, will the 2024 report show the $50,000 in checks the FBI says it gave to Lumumba? And will it show disbursements in personal checks the FBI says Lumumba wrote out of his campaign? Oh, this is getting good. If reported, it could be treated as an admission of key facts in the case against Lumumba. If not reported, it could be used as character evidence at trial, or worse for the mayor, potentially lead to new conspiracy charges. The potential exposure could go beyond the alleged $50,000 in bribery payments as well. The FBI almost assuredly has detailed forensic accounting of Lumumba's personal accounts, as well as any campaign account. Other discrepancies in campaign finance reports could invite additional investigation. The one plus for Lumumba, should he run and win the mayor's race for the city of Jackson, is this: offices, or more specifically, resignation from offices, can sometimes be used as bargaining chips in plea agreements with the federal government. With the trial date up in the air, the timing could work out for him. Then again, he could turn on Owens in a plea deal before then, or be acquitted. There's a lot to unpack there. He's on the clock 11 and a half hours from when this video goes live to 5 p.m. today. And we'll see if Chokwe Lumumba, we're going to see how confident he is about his innocence, because I think if he does not run, it's damn near an admission of guilt. I can't wait. It's going to be a wild day in the world of Jackson, Mississippi. Free the land, free the people, politics. We could have Satan on the way on out the door. And man, oh man, is there a bunch of heavy hitters in this year's mayoral race. He's probably going to lose anyway. Damn sure we're going to do a runoff. And in a runoff, it's anybody's race. Tune into the Clay Edwards Show every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Wherever you're watching this video, we stream in 4K video. And if you're in your car, Central Mississippi, tune it in to 103.9 FM WYAB. Listen to me on the radio. Check out my website, buyfafo.com for all my FAFO merch. We'll have to send the mayor a hat or something like that, depending on what happens tomorrow. We got the new fancy hats over there on the website. You see them right there. Swing by, get yours, buyfafo.com. See you tomorrow on the radio. Check out Kim Wade's show tomorrow too, or today, should I say. I'm recording this tonight. It'll post Friday. Check out Kim Wade's show today from 4 to 6 on that same station, 103.9. It's going to be fireworks over there because Kim is running for mayor, and Kim will be on the air when the deadline of 5 p.m. strikes. And man, oh man, it's going to be interesting. Peace out.